Were you ready to hear Toto Wolff say, I love you, Lewis?
I I was not ready for that, and I was not ready for Lewis to talk about
Hmm.
Bono saying "Hammer time" for the last time. I think we have a clip of it that we're gonna play because that was what really got me.
Race, Lewis, it was thrilling to watch. Listen, we heard hammer time again. You make a pass on the last lap. How much nostalgia were you feeling out there today?
Yeah, I think when he said it was hammer time, I did notice in the moment. I was like, that's the last time I'm going to hear that. So it really clicked for me in that moment.
No, wasn't ready for that. What I was not ready for a couple of things about Lewis. I wasn't ready for he had this moment, and Sky did a good job capturing it, where he just sort of knelt by the car.
Yeah, oh, I saw that.
And he's so composed and everything is so rehearsed, and I think Lewis is always conscious of the cameras on him.
For sure.
I don't think that was for us. I don't. I think that was for him. And you get this is a fizzle of an ending for Hamilton's career. It's by far his most disappointing season as a professional in a lot of ways. It was cool to see him take a moment for himself, and I think that was a moment for himself. It's it's the video game moment when you thank your horse for carrying you around. It was a little quiet moment between Lewis
What analogy.
and
Um
the car. I love it.
I feel like so I'm trying to think of another sport that ends its season where everyone winners, losers, middle of the field, everyone's together at the end. Like most
Right.
sports have a championship and the only two teams there are the first and second place teams. But F1's end of season always feels like the last day of high school where you're like
Hmm.
passing the yearbook around and everyone's like
Absolutely.
saying goodbye and like
Hmm.
there's like this person's going to this school next year. You might not see him anymore and this person's transferring to this
Hmm.
other team school and there's like all these different sort of weird emotional things happening and sad for some people that are probably gone. Colapinto,
Yeah.
Valtteri, Checo, all of these different
Yeah.
drivers are
Joe.
like,
Who knows? Yeah.
you're going to a college that we've never heard of. We're never going to see you again. And then there's Lewis, who is like, this historic partnership with Mercedes has ended. He's still going to see all of these people in the
Hmm.
paddock, but he's going to be wearing red next year. He's not going to be
Yeah.
on their team. They're going to be competitive against one another. They're going to be rooting
Hmm.
against one another. It's going to be a very different dynamic. And so, yeah, I think you're right. I think there was like a really, it was sort of like, I vacillated between like, oh my God, they're acting like he is now they're never going to see him again, and also like this is a pretty historic moment because Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton, I mean, many people have said this since Sunday, but like it is one of the most successful partnerships in the history of this sport, and it was his last time ever driving the Mercedes.